I did not sexually assault her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not sexually assault her. I did not. Oh, hi, YouTube.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. So, today, I wanted to talk to you about this whole James Franco Golden Globes thing where people are calling him out for wearing the Time's Up pin and claiming that he shouldn't be wearing it because he has exploited women as a director in the past. If you like what I do here, please subscribe and like the video. All my links are below, including my Patreon. Let's just jump right into it. Here's some clips from his interview with Colbert the other night.
On a Golden Globes night, because you were wearing a Time's Up pin in support of the Time's Up movement, which has been created by many powerful women in Hollywood to say the time is up for the abuse, misuse of women, both sexually and otherwise, not only in Hollywood but around the country. They've established a fund, a legal defense fund for women and men who are being abused in this way. You got criticized for wearing that.
Smells like Ebola. This is good. This is good quality of Ebola.
Do you know why? And what do you have a response to anything you want to say about that criticism?
Well, first I want to say I wore it because I do support it. I was, you know, look, I was so excited to win, but being in that room that night was incredible. I mean, it was powerful, and there were incredible voices, and I support it. I support change. I support.
So it's great to support a movement and a cause when that movement is actually standing for something and not just throwing everyone under the bus. You may want to rethink your support, James, because of the simple fact that they're going to have it out for you. No matter what you do, no matter how you support the cause, they're going to go after you because you are a man in Hollywood. For example, you were recently called out by a woman on Twitter who is an actress that agreed to a role that had nudity in it and signed a contract with you. Hey, James Franco, nice Time's Up pin at the Golden Globes. Remember a few weeks ago when you told me the full nudity you had me do in 2 movies for $100 a day wasn't exploitative because I signed a contract to do it? Time's up on that. No, it's not. You signed a contract, you read it, and you are responsible for your own individual choices. James did not shove a gun in your face and say, you have to take this role. And if you think it's because, oh, he's a Hollywood power player and I better do it. No, that's not how it works. He's not pulling a Weinstein. He simply said in the contract, the role will have nudity. Here's what you're paid. Do you agree? If you do not agree, you do not sign. You made a choice, and that's your own choice. He did not exploit you. Get out of here with that and stop trying to join a movement because you want to be part of what's cool in Hollywood. And I have my Me Too story, and I have my Time's Up, blah, blah, blah. Shut the hell up. You know, you're trying to exploit him is what you're doing. You're trying to exploit the fact that he is powerful in Hollywood, and you signed a contract, and now you regret it. And the movies are done and over with. So that's your fault. Get the hell out of here, Sarah Kaplan, because you're now trying to exploit him as part of your joining this whole Time's Up movement and calling out a big Hollywood person for their contract you agreed to.
50-50 in 2020, which just means, you know, people that are underrepresented, women and people of color, people in the LGBT community get, you know, positions, leadership positions that they fill all positions that they've been deprived of. I completely believe in that. That's why I wore it. There were some things on Twitter.
Today.
Yeah, I haven't read them. I've heard about them. Okay, first of all, I have no idea what I did to Ali Sheedy. I directed her in a play off Broadway. I had nothing but a great time with her. total respect for her. I have no idea why she was upset. She took the tweet down. I don't know. I can't speak for her. I don't know.
See, this is the problem. The movement wants to claim any and all men who create victims and make them pay. Well, you didn't create any victims. She purely wanted to throw blame at someone, and you're now in that role of she's blaming you. That's why.
The others, look, in my life, I pride myself on taking responsibility for things that I've done. I have to do that to maintain my well-being. I do it whenever I know that there's something wrong or needs to be changed. I make it a point to do it. The things that I heard that were on Twitter are not accurate.
So you shouldn't have to own up to it, James. You did nothing wrong. So don't own up to it. This is not a situation where you need to take responsibility. If you truly did nothing wrong, do not own up to it, because it gives this conflated and ridiculous time's up movement more leg to stand on. They're simply gonna be haters, and they're going to go after you because you're a male in Hollywood.
They hate us because they ain't us. This is what you do to haters. You just smile.
But I completely support people coming out and being able to have a voice, because I didn't have a voice for so long. So I don't wanna, you know, shut them down in any way. It's I think a good thing, and I support it.
It's a good thing if they're not lies. If they are lies, shut them down. Don't be afraid to shut them down. Just because you're male does not mean you should be afraid to stand up for yourself.
Well, is there something else that you think, some way to have this discussion that isn't in social media? Is there some way to have this conversation that piggybacks on what's happening in social media? Because when accusations happen, because for so long accusations were not believed, when accusations happen that in your case you say that this is not an accurate thing for me, do you have any idea what the answer might be to come to some sense of what the truth is, so there can be some sort of reconciliation between people who clearly have different views of things?
Yeah, it's called trust and verify. You believe what they're saying, double check it, find the facts, and if there's no facts to be had, then it is probably a lie, or it is embellished, a fabrication.
I mean, like I said, if I can't, the way I live my life, I can't live if there's restitution to be made. I will make it. So if I've done something wrong, I will fix it. I have to. I mean, I think that's how that works. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do.
Don't just believe everything that is told to you, because then you will have people crucified in the social spectrum for no reason. If you did nothing wrong, stand up for yourself. If you aren't, seriously, tell them to go screw themselves. Just like anyone else who has accusations against them, if you've done nothing wrong and it is not your fault, or you did not become a titty tickler, do not own up to it, because you can support a cause and still stand up for yourself as a male ally to that cause.
I mean, as far as the bigger issues, you know, how we do it, I really don't have the answers, and I think the point of this whole thing is that we listened. There were, you know, incredible people talking that night. They had a lot to say, and I'm here to listen and learn and change my perspective where it's off, and I'm completely willing, and I want to.
Being willing to learn is great. However, because look at the petty garbage you've had slung at you, James. The woman claiming that because you had a role that had nudity in it and she signed a contract, you exploited her. No, you didn't. She is trying to become famous now by calling you out. She's trying to get these other women in the Time's Up movement to come to her aid so she can increase her celebrity. Do not just let this stuff go unchecked. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like what I do here, again, please subscribe and like. Also, my links are down below. My new Patreon is there as well. If you want to support me in that way, that would be greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys soon.